Well, as always, it is my pleasure to be with Dani Ferguson at Ferguson's Fragrant Nursery, and we're going to be talking about plants that, hold winter interest for us besides just looking at twigs in the garden. And being at Ferguson's Fragrant Garden Nurseries, we're going to really see plants that, pack a wallop in the fragrance department, too.
Yes.
So why don't we start with this beautiful girl right here.
Okay. This is Viburnum bodenitense, and this is called Dawn, and it blooms in the middle of winter. So generally it starts blooming in December, and it's blooming on bare branches and has a wonderful fragrance on these beautiful pink blossoms.
They really do. And this is a little bit early for blooming this time of year, but, who cares with that fragrance? I mean,
That's true.
You can bloom a lot longer if you want to, baby, because it's wonderful. And I love the color on this.
Yeah, this is a great fragrant shrub. It's actually fragrant in the summer, in June. It's the fragrant abelia. Mm-hmm. But its fall color is fabulous.
It is exquisite.
It's bright red and has oranges and yellows and reds, usually all on the same plant. So
again, one of those great plants that you can get a lot more than just one element from. You can get great fall color and great fragrance on it.
Exactly.
Now, you're going to tell me about this one. This is a kind of a new one for me.
Okay, this shrub is called Winter Sweet. Mm-hmm. Its botanical name is Chimonanthus praecox. It's going to get 12 feet tall by about 8 feet wide, so it's a big shrub. You need to put it in the, in the back of the border a little bit. But the cool thing about it is that it blooms with these beautiful, translucent yellow flowers starting in December and January. And they are so fragrant. All you have to do is cut a sprig of it and bring it in the house, and it'll make your whole house smell good.
It's perfect. Now that you mention it, I bet I've seen this at Bishop's Close.
Bishop's Close,
yeah.
And Laurelhurst Park has a great batch of them.
That is, and they are fragrant. And of course, these are both things that are relatively well known now, but really I think people forget how fragrant they are.
Yes, the sweet box. And this is the low-growing form of it. This is Sarcococa hookreina humilis. So this is a great winter-blooming evergreen to plant below other maybe deciduous shrubs
because
in the
they handle shade. Yeah, that's the great thing
shade.
with them.
They're also a good component to go maybe under rhodies or some other plants like that.
And setting their buds right now, so within a few weeks they'll be popping.
Yeah, they will. And this is another one that if you just bring a sprig of it in the house, it'll really make your whole house smell
lovely
good.
Fragrance. And although this isn't fragrant, Dani, it has to be a fun plant for the garden.
I love this plant. This is Euphorbia Tasmanian tiger, and it has this great evergreen green and white foliage in the winter. It has these huge clusters of flowers that are cream colored, almost the same color as the variegation.
And how apropos, going into the holidays, that it's euphorbia, because that's what poinsettias are.
Right.
And the two front ones here.
So this is Choisya tornata, and this is a variety called Sundance. So it has this beautiful gold, limey green foliage color. It's evergreen. It's going to be about 5 feet tall by about 5 feet wide, but you can keep it smaller with pruning. But it has wonderful, fragrant, orange blossom smelling flowers in end of May to June. But it's really the foliage color for the winter that really helps your winter garden just come alive.
Really brightens up the dark area.
Yes.
And the foliage itself is fragrant, which I love on that plant. Now, we were both talking about this one. Mm-hmm. It is one of my favorite plants because the structure of it is amazing. It's Poncera flying dragon.
Yes.
And so they can get large, but man, they're not really fast growers either, which I've noticed in my own yard. And they do have a little orange, blossom bloom on them, but I know that you're going to do amazing things in containers with these.
Yes, these are great.
They're just, the structure is amazing on them. And painful if you get too close.
That's true.
Now tell me about this thing. It's putting on a show of color.
This is Fothergilla gardeniae, and all the Fothergillas have fabulous fall color. That's really what they're grown for, is their fall color. They like to be in a sunny location to help those colors really intensify. And orange and yellow and red all just firing off on the same shrub. It's going to get 4 feet tall by 4 feet wide. It has these little fragrant bottle brush-like flowers in end of May, June. And just a fabulous shrub for the garden.
Well, let's wrap it up here with this thing. We love these. So tell me about it real quickly.
Okay, this is Edgeworthia papyrifera, and Edgeworthia is a member of the Daphne family. So it has yellow flowers that bloom in the winter on bare branches, and they have that wonderful Daphne smell.
They're lovely.
The structure of the plant is really interesting when it's in bloom, too. It has this very nice form, very kind of open, upright branches. It's going to grow 5 feet tall by 5 feet wide, and it needs perfect drainage.
Perfect, and it's a perfect plant. I love it.
It
Well,
is.
if you have any other questions about any kind of wonderful fragrant plants, whether it's the foliage or the blooms, come on out to Ferguson's Fragrant Nursery and talk to Dani and her wonderful staff. Or you can go to gardentime.tv, click on us, and we'll throw them over to your webpage. Thank you so much, Dani. It's always a pleasure, dear.
Thank you. Thank you, William.